Hi guys, it's Carl here. So Christmas is fast approaching. It's the middle of December now, and we have strong associations with Christmas and spending time with family and sharing gifts and the magic of Christmas and Santa Claus and all of that. But then you add estrangement to that, where there's distance between family members, and really this period can just amplify the sense of loss, the sense of loneliness that exists around this time, and also the realization that things aren't going to change quite quickly. So Christmas can be tough for a whole lot of reasons. And it's made worse by all the marketing campaigns that happen on TV, and they're promoting Christmas, and again there's a niceness to that, but again it can be just reminders of what other people are having in their life. Other people get to have Christmas with their families, and they get to have share gifts and share closeness, whereas those who are estranged, you don't get to have that experience. And obviously it's incredibly tough, and I think even if you are the people that you're estranged from, maybe you see them on Christmas Day, maybe you'll visit briefly, maybe for the sake of the kids, maybe out of some tradition. But again, the isolation, the distance is still there because you're not close, and there's an aspect of it, you both know there's an issue, but it's not verbalized, and maybe that closeness will never exist. And I think particularly there have been really abusive behaviours amongst the family in the past. It amplifies that sense of loneliness, of distance, of unfairness, and again, it's just all compounded at Christmas time when we're expected to be happy. And another thing, difficult aspect of as well, is if you have people in your life, maybe it's your family or the family you're not estranged from, maybe it's your colleagues in work, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's friends who are happy and excited about Christmas, but you don't feel that way, and they're entitled to be happy, and we don't want to change that for them. We want people to be happy over Christmas, but it just can sometimes shine a spotlight on us and how we feel, and if we don't feel happy, it just creates this massive pressure to put on a facade and be a certain way which isn't congruent with how we actually feel. And I think it can be made worse as well when people comment. They notice that you're not embracing the Christmas spirit, and you get called Scrooge. And it's a little bit unfair because it's not like you're actively trying to ruin Christmas for other people. And you'll have other people in your life who are quite empathetic, but they can only understand it maybe in a cognitive sense, but they've never felt what it's like to lose somebody in this way, or in any way sometimes. So they can't quite empathise fully with what it's like for you over Christmas. And another aspect I see as well occasionally, and it's all very well meaning, but they try to highlight the good things in your life, the positives, be your health and your career, and you have us. You don't have them, but you have us. And the problem is that it's never an issue of gratitude. It's never to do with gratitude. Anybody that I meet, they're all grateful for what they have, but they're just very, very hurt because they don't have that closeness with their family, and they may never have it. And this time of year just really emphasises it. So what I do is, I encourage people, whether it's clients or anybody else who I speak to around this time, to just have realistic expectations of themselves. Don't worry too much about other people and how you're affecting them, number one. And often there's a fear that because I'm unhappy, then I'm ruining everybody else's Christmas. And unless you're doing that intentionally, unless you're constantly trying to drag everybody down over Christmas, you're probably not going to affect them that much because they're having their own experience. They're going to enjoy Christmas in their own way because they're not carrying the same hurt as you. So don't overly worry about other people. Again, you don't want to drag people down. But at the same time, I appreciate that inside, there's maybe a sense of devastation, isolation, loneliness. And, maybe the most realistic thing for you is to just be present. That's the best you can ask for yourself. It's just to be there and partake as best as you can. Maybe you might have fleeting moments of happiness where, someone gives you a gift, or someone responds to a gift that you gave them, or maybe a TV program comes on to remind you of an old series or film you would have watched when you were young, or particularly around food. Christmas is strong associations with food, and often people allow themselves to eat more than they would normally, and that's okay. As long as you're still self-caring, as long as you're still looking after your body and maybe going for walks over Christmas, and again being selective of who you spend time with. The biggest thing is to try not to wallow too much. And again, I don't want to dismiss people's pain because I know it's painful and it doesn't just magically go away. And I wish I had a magic way of just wishing people's pain away. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. But again, be realistic with yourself. Try to show up, try to be present. If there's moments of happiness, embrace them And if they go, that's okay as well, you know. But just take the pressure away from yourself from being happy and from being any other way than the way you feel. And you might surprise yourself, you maybe have those moments, maybe not. But again, honour the fact that you're not feeling great, but there are people around you. And I hope that there are people around you. And I'm conscious that there are people watching this video who may not have that support network, and that's where your self-care has to kick in massively. Then you have to do it for you, not for anybody else. You show up for yourself. Easier said than done. I know that isolation is not a motivator, it's a demotivator, and it's hard to find reasons to do it. But again, it's whoever you are, there are people in your life who value you and they want to see you happy. They may not be geographically present, or maybe there's other factors which means they can't be there for you, but it doesn't mean you don't look after yourself. Look, that's it. I don't have any massive words of wisdom, guys, because I know how tough Christmas is, and maybe Christmas will be okay, and I hope it is. And in some cases you try to make the most of it, but in other cases accepting the reality that you're very hurt and this time of the year just triggers it, and that's just a reality of life and reality of family estrangement. So I'm planning on doing just a really quick video on Christmas Day. I've never done it before. A bit like the Queen's message, I'm really just checking in with people, make sure you're doing okay. And I always feel that, especially as I get emails from all over the planet, and people talk to me about their estrangement, and one thing that I find with a lot of them, that they all feel like they're on their own, and they're not. You're not on your own, and maybe if the purpose of that video is just a reminder that you're not the only person struggling with family estrangement over Christmas. So keep an eye out for that video. If this was helpful, please subscribe to the channel. And there's also the closed Facebook family estrangement support group. I'm going to put a link down the bottom. I'm very happy with this group. The group are brilliant. They're all very, very supportive, very respectful of each other. I set up the group and I moderate it, but I actually don't have to moderate it too much because everybody is just sharing really good. Maybe some are sharing their own stories, some are sharing some feedback, some are sharing articles, pictures, images, anything that might help people get a sense that they are being supported through estrangement. So it's a great group. I would encourage, it's always growing, and feel free to join up. So that's it, guys, and I'll talk to you very soon. Have a great Christmas.